Hi there, this video is to show you how to use Thermo Fisher's cloud-based software to do genotyping calls on a plate with multiple SNPs. So we're going to head into the software. I have already created a project. If you hadn't already created a project, you would create a new project and then just follow all the prompts um, to upload your EDS files and get started. I'm just going to click into a project I already have open and created. So it's going to bring that up. When you first open it, it's going to do this default analysis that you can't get rid of, but it doesn't mean anything. So first you have to go over to the overview page, and you're going to see the EDS files you uploaded over here. And so the first thing you really need to do is insert all, like add all your assays to the overview area. If you entered your sample names and the wells and did that whole setup before running your PCR and whatever equipment you're using, then you will see your samples over here and they'll already be there, and you'll see how many wells you have those in, etc. So you won't need to add those manually. Okay, so to add an assay, every SNP that you have on your plate or your couple of plates, you need to add individually here. So to do that, you just add one. And so, just for example, I had searched on this SNP here, and let's just pretend we're going to do that. I need to know which allele is associated with Vic and FAM in order for the output to show the genotype. So here on the product page, you see Vic/FAM, and then it tells you which allele is associated with each dye. So here we can see that Vic is A and FAM is G. So we're going to go back over here and put in our alleles. And then that's the minimum information you need. You can put in as much other information as you want to, like I wanted to put in the gene, but it's not required. Hit OK. Oh, I meant to click out of that and not hit OK, but okay, so that wasn't saved. But that's fine. You understand how to do that now. Okay. Going back to the overview screen, after you've added all your assays, then you need to create your analysis group. So there's your default group. Unfortunately, you try to get rid of it and you can't. But then I didn't call this plate 1 the first time, and it looks like there's nothing I can do about it. Maybe there is, but I know that's plate 1. So my other analysis group is plate 2. So I'm just analyzing the 2 plates separately as different analysis groups. So if I wanted to add one, I would go here and then just add, whatever stuff, whatever plates I wanted to analyze in this analysis group. Any of the samples that I know were in that analysis group. So for example, this is a bunch of, controls or research participants. And so I'd have to refer back to the plate maps. This is a redo of a prior genotyping. So some of them are, included in 2 or 3 SNPs. Some of them just had 1 SNP rerun. So for whatever's on that plate, I just need to add these and move them over. So whichever ones are relevant, add them, hit next. I'm not going to, this time I'm actually going to X out of this. I didn't define any positive controls. There's all these settings here. There's other tutorials that describe these settings and why you might select one instead of another. I'm just going to click out of this. I think you can see how to set up an analysis group. So we've got our analysis group set up. I'm just going to delete that one. Okay. After you've got your assays in there, your analysis groups, then you can move on to your plate setup. I'm interested in plate 2, so I'm going to go here. and refer back to my plate map to define which wells are associated with that, which assay. So any assays that you've added on the overview page will be in a drop-down box here. So you just select the wells that you want and which assay they're associated with. After you've done that, you can hover and see and double check that the assay is correct. And so then you've had your plate all set up. So once you have all the wells defined and the wells are associated with the right assay, you can then move on to the analysis. And here, get rid of that. Okay. So I want to analyze plate 2. That's what I was just looking at. So I'm going to hit analyze. And I've done it before, so it's not redoing it. But once you do it for the first time, you're going to see something that looks like this, and this will have all of your calls in there based on whatever parameters you set up at the beginning. So once you've looked at this and you're happy with it, you can move on to export. With your analysis, if you have different analysis groups, you'll have to bring them up separately if you've done them separately. And then whenever you go, whatever analysis group you've done, when you go to export it, it's only going to include that analysis group. So for plate 2, I can go to export now. Name it whatever I want to name it. I usually click a bunch of this stuff. Just get as much information as I can, and then I could start the export. Download it. And it'll automatically open into all of your output files. Just click on one. And so here we've got our sample IDs, the calls, and other related information to this analysis. So I hope that helped you understand how to use the Thermo Fisher software to genotype multiple SNPs on the same plate. We will see you next time.